this sort of religious oligarchy in this Casartian Empire you're in. After a few tense moments where the Kalita falsely, maybe, hasn't been proven, accused of the crime of savage and brutal murder regarding children, you guys find yourselves you're locked in prison, and after some pretty intense interrogation and a rather quick court hearing, exonerated, if not a little confused, as to the situation. Asto and Kalita still outside, hiding in the open city, while the rest of you guys are escorted to these sort of lavish, well-maintained upper levels of this massive keep that you were being kept in. As the Inquisitor escorts you up to the rooms, that's where you find yourselves.
Guys, you remember that old lady from like a minute ago?
Eh?
She had her kids die and all that, and it was probably Kalita.
Of course, yeah, we were just there. Literally, where were you? Yeah, we were literally just there.
No, I was there. It's just she kind of gave me this weird look that kind of reminded me of like what you said before we got attacked by that demon on the boat.
What do you mean?
Remember how you said the guy like looked at you in this weird way? I kind of feel like I got the same look from that old lady.
What
I
kind of
forget her name. She looked like not her.
like someone who didn't like you?
Like she gave me like a smirk. And her eyes went yellow.
Well, the smirk I'm not so worried by, but eyes turning yellow is more concerning. Can tell us more.
You sure of this, Elf?
I'm very sure. I haven't had your spices in like a week.
That's true.
You know, now that you mention
Here.
it has been a little while.
Yeah. You know what? We're in luxury right now. We can enjoy this freedom.
Ah, now without a decent drink. Kremnik starts pacing like a caged animal.
Are there any guards in the room, or is it just us?
Yeah, no. So the High Inquisitor is there, and he's sort of looking inquisitively at Yes,
Quizzically?
thank you. Quizzically at Val as she's speaking. Yes, I'm sorry. You're talking about the Lady Arganel, yes?
Yes, that was her name. Lady Arganel.
And
I'm just saying, I think it's not really her.
He sort of peers at you again. These sort of like dark brown eyes, just in like, well maintained hair and eyebrows. Like he's a very like, you would consider sort of classically handsome human. Interesting. Go on. Explain more. So you say. What did you see?
She had the same eyes as the demon that attacked us on the ship. Just for a second. She turned and looked at me as we were leaving the courthouse. House of law passings.
They are not eyes one would readily forget.
The cat with the backwards hands.
If this is true, then I fear for what happened to the actual madame.
Madame and
Great.
children, one and all.
Yes, it's quite disturbing. I've been doing a bit of research on this cat with backwards hands. If what you're describing is in fact the truth, as I know you all believe it to be, I believe you're dealing with what is commonly known in the hells as a Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
Pretty name. How you kill it?
That is troublesome, Master Gramnik, as outside of the Nine Hells, you can banish it, essentially, by destroying its form here on the physical plane, but it will always return. They are known as vicious killers, in particularly cunning masters of deception. I ask again, you do not at all believe that your friend Kalita is in fact this creature?
Never seen her with those eyes.
Never seen or heard nothing that didn't have it coming.
I do not.
Why don't we hire a Rakshasa to kill a Rakshasa?
I don't. That sounds like one of those things that that's going to repeat forever. I don't know if that's a situation you want to get into.
Sounds
I don't
like
even
it's
know any
gonna repeat
Rakshasa.
forever anyway.
Sounds like magic. Don't like magic.
Playing dice with devils never leads to gain.
I don't want to admit it, but you're right, priest.
Adeptus nods.
So, listen, we know there's looking over. We know there's no way that Kalita did this. It is not in her nature to really harm anything that did not have it coming, or for food, really. So, she would not just, especially days before we even got here, kill somebody and then and join back with us. It's not her.
Well, I hope for your sake that you are correct, and that is not the case. I truly do. Perhaps I shall pay a visit to the Argonale Manor.
And leave us here, twiddling our thumbs, unarmed. What do we do when it comes back wearing your skin? Huh? Fend it off with our harsh language?
I shan't believe it will come to that. But I'm remiss to allow you to move about the city, as I believe you all, according to your own volition, have severe targets upon your backs.
I think it is me specifically that the thing is after.
Is there any place better to hide where maybe the Rakshasa don't like to go?
None that I am aware of.
So if we're here, it could be anybody. It could take the form of anything. If it could take the form of Kalita, as every form she has, why not you, the guard in front of us? We should be armed.
Make a persuasion check.
Totally not the thing I should be doing, but persuasion. Oh, that's worse. Ooh,
Snub.
nice, 19.
If I have your word, Master Hayes, that you will not do anything untoward, I could see to it that your armaments are returned. I have instructed the staff here to procure anything you need during your stay.
Did you get my hen? It must be white.
I I believe they are looking into it.
Perfect. Thank you.
If that is all, again, I must prepare. I wish to go see and have a word with Lady Arganil myself at the manor, so I will.
Well,
be
that's a
leaving.
good idea. Just walk right into the demon's path.
Hey, you're not gonna go get me a decent drink before you go walk into your death now, are you?
This may be the case, but I do have the light of Lathander behind me, and I assure you I am quite capable. But I shall be
I would
careful.
not go alone. Surely you have an escort, a guard.
Yes, of course. Yes, I shan't go alone, if that's what you're asking. But yes, we will be fine.
I do not like it, though. We have been lucky by the light of Lythander to come across one as reasonable such as you. But if you are to perish, who shall tell our tale?
Make a persuasion check.
Bear with me.
So it's a 13 plus.
Nothing. I'm not very persuasive. Not naturally. I have the light of Lythander for that.
Let me think upon the matter. I know that you all are willing to and eager to get out of here and be about your business, whatever that may be, and exonerate your friend. Again, let me think on it. Master Gremnik, I shall have the staff bring you some wine. Anything else?
The Dotus raises his hands. And might I inquire about the prevalency of the boiled eggs in your establishment?
I shall inform the staff that you are all looking for additional accommodations.
I thank you kindly. By the light of Lythander, we have been lucky, as I since stated.
Yes, by his light.
There is always another dawn.
Please make yourselves at home. And with that, he turns around and walks out a large set of wood and iron doors. Several guards posted outside acknowledge him as he walks out, and continues to walk further down the same large flight of stone stairs that you took to get here.
Well, looks like
Humans.
he's leaving down those set of stone stairs that we took to get here.
Never understand, they live so short to begin with, and they're so eager to throw it away.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably gonna go stir crazy in here.
Ugh. Ugh. It's like being on a boat. Don't like boats.
Look, Graham, this is a little better than a boat, isn't it? It's not moving around for you.
But it don't go nowhere either. So I don't know that it has an end, like a destination.
Hayes is gonna just find whatever looks like the most plush couch and just sprawl across it. Hands behind his head.
Yeah, Gremnick's like examining the furniture, looking for things he could use to like improvise for a weapon in a fix, something he could smash and wield pieces of.
The room itself is most of the furniture is fairly lavish. It's not but comfortable. It's not overly overly done, but clearly it's much nicer than some of the accommodations you guys are used to. All the furniture is made of pretty hard, like sturdy, hard, dark wood, and so it could be broken. There's several large candlesticks, candelabras, and things like that around. I mean, there's plenty of things you could use to make a weapon. It looks like there's a fairly significant level of trust. A few moments, into your conversation, though, a set of three different, it looks like cloistered servants, like members of the sort of clergy that work in here. They stumble in with your weapons and armaments.
Gives that to Gremnick.
And he rushes over and retrieves his possessions, like snatching them.
Go over to onto the guards and just politely take my things.
Yes. Over. Put it down over there. Be careful with that. That's expensive.
I'm going to my pack and pull out a book real quick. Start jotting down some notes.
So outside of the prison, in the streets, as the sun is now getting closer and closer to midday. Again, sets of guards are still posted in all points of the city, clearly actively still on the lookout for Asto and Kalita. The two of you are sort of huddled against the one of the external walls, with the ocean smashing into the seawall beneath you, several hundred feet. The walls of the large prison / courthouse / castle keep type structure are still sort of just staring down at you as a sort of unsurmountable obstacle to where you believe your friends are being held or jailed. Who knows? Tortured even.
Yeah, hear me. Is my mic working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Problem.
Am I still a rat?
You are still a rat. Yeah. Unless you decide to change your form.
You shouldn't be so harsh on yourself.
Thank you. Squeak.
You're welcome.
As he screams from the window.
Oh, I thought it was.
This is possible. You're welcome, madam.
we're stuck. Is that what you're saying?
Not stuck so much as stuck on what to do, I guess.
Can I climb upwards any further? Maybe over in the prison grounds.
So again, looking at the structure itself, there are two large towers that lead to the street. The rest is sort of built into this outcropped cliff and is held up literally out of the ocean by pillars. So there's no real way to climb up and around, because the only way to climb would be to climb those large towers themselves. At this point, there's a set of stone stairs that goes up into the main gate itself, and then into the grounds of the keep. But the structure, like to climb, you'd have to climb one of the towers without being seen, unless you try to climb the seawall around. But as you guys kind of determined earlier, it's not the safest route.
Well, any ideas, little britches?
I'm not giving you any ideas, apparently. As a rat.
Sure.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Demon child, they called you. Not much of a demon to me. Astro's gonna pick up Kalita and stuff her under his hat.
Strangle me?
Roll for strength.
To pick up a.
He's putting you under his hat
Oh, okay.
to strangle you.
I'm gonna move back towards the gate. Try and be stealthy. Have a look for a way in. Have a look around.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Oh, that's sweet, sweet stealth bonus.
So what did you?
Yeah,
what
I
did you
forgot
end up
about
with?
21.
21. So you try and you sort of mingle with some of the crowds that are making their way through. Now you're a little shorter than some of the humans in the town, so you manage to find yourself a little, just sort of under the eye line of any of the guards that are in the tower. However, aware of your bright red regalia, sort of sticks out. So as you look and you try to, find any sort of openings where you could stealth out, you don't see any way that you would be able to walk up the stone stairs and get to the actual towers themselves. The only way would be to climb out and around on the outside of the wall, at which point you're going to be exposed. So, you manage to stealth enough that the guards don't immediately see you. But after a bit of pushing through the crowds and trying to blend as much as possible, you see that there's a couple of glances and some pointing in your direction.
I reach in and grab Kalita, hold her up to my face. Listen, I don't know what it is you've done, but I do know what I've done. And unless you give me some really big encouragement, some phantasmic idea, I don't really understand why I'm going to be throwing myself into this place.
Okay.
Just kind of staring at the rat.
Oh God. I know if I turn back into Kalita to give him a not good enough reason anyways, that I'll be seen. So I'm gonna stay in rat form. but I'm gonna stay with Adept. Sorry, not Adept.
Hester?
Asta. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with him though.
Just 1 second. Check my inventory.
Gonna leave little rat poops under his hat.
Yeah. What's the best one?
No.
But, I got a bit of rope. I got a tinderbox. Can I, what am I doing? Can I attempt to make fire? Flaming rope, flaming rag.
DM, are you muted?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yo,
So yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if you have Tinder, you're just going to attempt to kneel down in the crowd and just light a piece of rope or a rag on fire.
no, not in the crowd. Off to the side, man. What? Alright, I want to make some kind of distraction at the gate. Fire. That's all I got.
Okay. Fire. So you want to light a piece of rope on fire and throw it up the stone stairs to the gate, or you gotta formulate some sort of exactly what you're gonna do here for me.
Everything stone. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the visuals. In my mind. Okay, how about can I attempt to sneak back to the dock? And if I succeed, can I roll to see if I can set a small ship on fire?
Okay. So I would say with your stealth check, you can absolutely sneak back to the dock. So and you and Kalita just using some of the again some of the crowd, you find sort of creative ways to avoid the guards that are making their ways, to and from, as well as the majority of the people that have also seen your covering your face enough that you're not going to be easily recognized. As you make your way.
Apologies.
No, you're fine.
Again.
And so that again, you're also that there are wanted posters that are out there as well that you've seen. So you managed to cover yourself enough that you are not easily recognized. As you make your way to the docks, you can see that the guards have occupied the ship, the Tainted Ghost.
Yep.
But with that, we'll switch back here for a second. So inside the castle, many of you have been brought the things you requested. Remnick, the wine is okay. It's human wine.
Ugh.
The food is good. Everything to your liking, particularly Adeptus. They have yet to procure a white hen.
Fuck.
My word.
Hey, maybe I could persuade you to look a little harder.
Hundreds of years of Casartian dominance, and they can't bring me an egg from a white hen. What have we become?
I told you. You look in your drinks, and if you can't start a fire with it, or if you can't block a light with it, Gremnick don't want it. Look again.
Oh, we're all happy.
I'm just eating. I just eat the food in front of me. I'm just. Oh, is that some fish? Oh yes, I'd love that. Thank you. Oh, there's a roll. Okay, thank you.
Adeptus, I do have an egg here for you. I think you might like it.
Narrow my eyes.
I reach into my pocket and pull up this green, smelly, already been cracked egg that's been sitting in my pocket for over a day and hand it to Adeptus. Here you go. This is for you. I saved it for you.
Um,
And she kind of just pushes her. I kind of push my hands up and flick the egg at Adeptus for him to catch.
I do not make any attempt to.
Hey, that was a gift.
It's rancid. I can smell it from here.
Is it not the right kind of egg?
No, they all rot.
Oh. Kind of like the place where you used to keep your emotions.
Oh. Love.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I turn around and just mumble. I meant that, kind of.
Is there any literature in this room we're trapped inside with luxurious furniture and chandelier?
I'm sorry, ask again. You were looking for...
Is there any like bookshelves, any literature? People's magazine?
There isn't, actually. As you look around, there are very few. You don't see any bookshelves. You don't see any literature about it all.
Brutish sort. Go back to my own book.
Gremnick's like sitting up against the wall. He's got his full plate laid out before him, along with his flail and his shield, and he's like got his oilcloth and rubbing it all down, pipe hanging out of his face, muttering,
Yeah, ain't for humans for touching. Dirty, filthy, for your old hands.
And
Is the egg still intact on the floor? Or did it crumble apart?
no. So the shell cracked a little more.
Can I
and
roll?
The smell got. The smell is now even more prevalent throughout the room.
So it's I can't reassemble.
It's still pretty intact.
You're gonna try to repair an egg?
Yeah. That's the goal. Don't judge me, guys, as she scrambles to pick up the egg.
With some heavy footfall, you hear the doors open and in walks the High Inquisitor again. This time in full plate regalia, as he was similar to how he first picked you guys up. A sort of heavy cloak billowing behind him as he walks in. He winces for a moment at the smell. Yes, Master Gremnick, impressive armament. I'm glad we were able to resolve things peacefully.
It would have been a good go-around, wouldn't it? Old Gremnick wading through your boys. It's for the best, though. They didn't deserve that.
Yes, well, I appreciate it. So, with that, I will leave you. I just wanted to make sure that all of your needs had been met.
Is there a coop around here anywhere?
Mistress Galonadel, we are attempting to procure your white hen. We have several spotted hens, brown hens, red hens. The white one is eluding us at the moment, but we are working around the clock for you.
They are tricky hens. I appreciate you going out of your way. Sorry, Quaylan.
One small request. This room is void of thought. If you could just get me a book, perhaps something regarding our newfound enemy. Now that we know what it is.
Of course, Master Quaylan. I will instruct someone to do that. I have, however, I've given thought to what you suggested earlier.
About the hen?
No, of you traveling with me to the manor.
And have you come to a decision?
I am torn on the subject. If there's nothing, then I've paraded you around the city in a sort of abhorrent fashion. If based on what I have heard, we find ourselves indeed facing such a creature, I can see the advantage there. Do you understand where my apprehension lies?
I do indeed, Inquisitor. Perhaps there is no need to make our presence so known. Perhaps you have cowls and hoods. We could try our best to blend in as part of your detail. Perhaps the armor of your guard.
I believe I may be a little too short for a royal guard.
Well, the depths of stars. I laugh. I don't know. Some laugh.
Make a persuasion check. I guess a disadvantage. I mean, is he actively working to stop this plan?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. It was a Star Wars joke.
You've doomed us all, you fool!
I'm so sorry.
Into the garbage chute.
Oh, my.
I mean, I'm okay with coming along, but if we see a white hen, I'm going to pick it up.
The odds of us finding a white hen are 3,720.
Okay, so I think this is a persuasion check. Definitely a disadvantage at this point.
Who, me?
Wait, sorry. Quaylen had me in stitches. What's happening?
I need you to make another persuasion check to convince him that you guys should go with him.
But I'm not very good.
And instead of assisting you, your allies have hindered your chance to succeed at this. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he doesn't need to come with us.
I know. I have just the idea. I
Use you
will
as a
be
backpack.
your royal guest, of course, and these shall be my entourage.
Ah, goodness, you've been implemented in a murder. People will recognize you. You're half the size of any being in this place.
And my face is quite known. You do have a point. I fail to see how I'm helping this situation.
Didn't I once see make things bigger like?
I beg your pardon.
No.
It's quite
I could-
brilliant. Quite brilliant, really.
Might pass for a dwarf.
Kind of crinkles his eyes. Yes, I suppose I could.
Okay, so a straight persuasion check.
Yeah.
I'm
The
really
best I
good
can do
at
is bring you
dressing
back to
up.
0, boys.
We did
So-
it.
I'm
My
helping.
modifier is 0, and so is your health. I really don't.
Big bucks, no whammy.
Oh, fine. Lythando, guide me on that's fucked. Yep. That's an 8, Lythander. Thanks.
Well,
Then credit.
I do appreciate your fervor. I just, in the event that there's nothing wrong, it should be a quick visit.
Oh my.
Ah,
Perhaps there is no need to bring the gnome or
Yeah,
any of the others that might
quite right.
raise such suspicion.
Quite right. If I stayed here and you provided me the literature of which I have requested, of which you have not yet procured, I could formulate a plan in which we would succeed if worst case scenario were to, in the event, play out.
Yeah, I believe you've assisted in making up my mind. I shall take the guard, and we will go from there.
I really do think I am helping.
Yeah, and of course we will procure the literature you requested.
Of course.
Hey, and when you come back, how do we know what you like and not, the backwards cat Shaka?
Let's
Um,
give
Is
him
there
a code
something you
word.
could leave with us or some sort of a...
He makes a persuasive argument.
I ain't keen on letting any of these ones out of my sight, let alone someone who's supposed to be, having our fates hanging in the balance, like.
Fine. What sort of code word would you like?
Well, to be proper, to be something you'd not be accustomed to saying, like.
Gremnik, we have a decent ale for you.
Aye, that'll do just fine, won't it?
Any word would be redundant, I feel. I do not know about this Rakshasa, but my knowledge of other creatures, some may even steal the memories as well as the form. How is it that we should know even if your memories are not taken?
The light
It
spirit
is a
makes
tricky
fair
devil.
point. Yes, of course. So, again, I believe the point to be mute. But if you wish, Master Gremnik, we have an acceptable ale for you. Yes, this was the code, the phrase.
Oh, I'm happier just hearing you say it once.
Fantastic. Well, with that, I will be off.
The best of luck to you with Lythander's light. You have been most gracious and understandable. It is a shame we met this impasse.
I shall
Good.
return, Master Adeptus.
Yeah, keep your pick sharp and your hammer swinging.
Yes, quite. Good day. I shall see you upon my return.
I wait till he's out of the door and out of range and go, oh god, he's fucked. He's so dead.
Nice knowing him.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Gremnik goes back
For
to
a
polishing
human.
his arms.
Well, he's dead.
That's it.
I should have given him some bardic inspiration. Just in case. Could have saved his life.
I'm barely outside the door. I have to.
I must inspire you.
With that, back at the docks.
What are we doing?
Just try and find a nice place to have some chow.
So, make a perception check, Adeptus.
Adeptus.
I mean, I'm sorry, Asto. I don't know what's going on today. I'm the second person to do that.
16.
So the docks themselves this time of day are extremely busy. You've got all kinds of merchant vessels coming and going. It's not as big as Shulta, but the docks themselves are smaller. So vessels are coming in and going. There aren't looking around. You don't see a lot of smaller like fishing boats here in the city. Perhaps on the outskirts you'd find more. These tend to be larger, larger commercial vessels.
How far away is the tainted ghost?
From where you're standing now, it is roughly maybe 300 yards. You're sort of like just coming upon the sort of docking district. Down, it's sort of a steep road up through the gates, that large cathedral where you first came in. The ghost itself again is several guards stationed at the front, as well as a few more on the ship. There are smaller boats, but not like a 2-person boat. I mean, there's a couple smaller sloops and things like that, but there's nothing.
All right. Is there any that are relatively unoccupied?
I would say, with your perception check, you don't see anything that's like completely empty. Most of the ones have people coming and going, and they're offloading cargo. There's a couple that are moored on the. I don't know. Val's playing the flute in the background. There's a couple that are moored, and there's a couple like shipyards where there's some that are have been pulled out of the water, that are less occupied.
Okay. Can I, assuming Khalid still ratting under my hat, just attempt to get into the dry dock or whatever? Just find a place to hide.
Okay. Make another stealth check for me.
Sir.
So the crowds aren't quite as thick as they were in the city center. As you are making your way through the docking district, you notice a couple sort of side glances in your direction, but for the most part, you feel that you avoid the gaze of the guards. You find one of the dry docks, and there's several carpenters and people that are doing repairs on ships themselves. But you find a sort of smaller bay that looks like it's manned by just a pair of humans.
I would like to try and sneak on the boat. With the parahumans.
So I'll give you the same stealth check. So you're trying to sneak onto one of the dry docked ships.
Yeah, I wanna put Kalita somewhere. Just keep her out of the way. She's gonna be a rat. She may as well be hiding on the boat.
Make a acrobatics check.
17.
Okay, so you attempt to stealthily climb this sort of dry docked vessel, and it takes a little bit of extra effort because there's obviously no ladder or anything to get up there. They're doing repairs to it on the ground. Although there's no one working on this particular one. You manage to climb your way up some of the rigging and the masting that is holding it above the ground itself. There's a moment of panic as your feet hit the the deck in some loud, with a bit of a thud and a creak. And you duck down quickly as one of the carpenters sort of looks in the direction of the ship. Before one of the other ones shouts at him and he begins to work again.
Well, I hear tell they say the closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm. But I don't really go in for any of that shit. So how about we just hunker down? And is there a deck somewhere to go below?
There is.
Can
Yep,
I
so-
go hide?
Yep, so it's a smaller, on the smaller side of like the Caravel class. So you do find several quarters and a lower deck to the ship. Sure. It is relatively empty.
Well, I have some faith that between Master Hayes and Master Cronin, these guys will figure a way of getting out of there, no problem. So unless you've any objections, go right around. And Master puts Kalita on the nearest box or barrel and just kind of tuck himself away into the whatever shadows he can find.
Okay, so you're just kind of hiding in this dry dock ship for now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the rest of you, Quaylen, they come up. Eventually, one of the servants brings up a book, and says, the servant hands it to you. And says, "Yes, the master, High Inquisitor, requested that I provide you this parchment."
Ah, yes, finally. It's about time. Thank you. Off with you now.
Yes, of course, sir. Forever in the light of Lathander.
Open it up and start delving into it and absorbing as much as I can.
Sure.
Find anything useful.
Are you not even gonna tip the man?
Tip the man?
I know I'd tip him if I got my hen.
Hey, you'd tip him right over, wouldn't you, Elf? It's been a while.
Oh, Grabnik. What the things I would do to you.
Gremlin eyes his flail.
You too, Elf.
My eyes just widen in shock that he responded that way.
Clearly eyeing the flail.
Whatever you're gonna do it over there, away from me.
Yeah, so Quaylen, you, as you read through the parchment, you discover, a few different things. A lot of what collaborates what the Inquisitor was telling you about, nothing really about summoning them, but that they are particularly devious deal makers, and they are notoriously vain and greedy creatures, and they are, they have a lot of pride, and so when they make these sort of deals and they make these sort of arrangements, any sort of slight will make things even worse. But so it's a lot of what is sort of backs up the arguments you have. There's stories of them taking all kinds of forms. Summoning illusions and other creatures from the underworld. There's quite a bit.
So mostly it's just kind of backing up.
Kind of reinforcing what you already learned, exactly.
Nothing much about weaknesses or anything like that. Nothing.
Just magical items, magical weapons. Seems to be the only thing that hurts them.
Roll it back up, throw it on like closest table, and kind of sit back in my chair. Look up at Mark behind me. I'm afraid I don't think he's coming back.
What'd you learn in there?
Oh, I'm afraid. I'm quite afraid our friend is in quite danger. Not much we can do now, though, except wait.
I feel like I know exactly where she lives.
Don't you be starting with this again.
No.
Grabnik, we've been-
Entertain. And just how might you know that, Val? Please,
Well,
please have a
we've been
seat.
here a couple times at least, so we took many walks through the city before. How do you guys not remember this?
Just kind of give Grimnick a look.
Grimnick glared back.
I remember everything of value.
If we could get out of here, I could probably show you the way.
Why would you want to? I say as I take a fishbone and I'm picking my teeth. Hey, this is
Well,
the best we've
let's
had
just
it in some
say-
time.
If he's the only one willing to listen to our story, and now he's going into... Well, you know what? If he dies over there, it'll be pretty... No, you know what? She'll just be able to say, Kalita did it. Oh, geez, my head.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What are you talking about? Best we've had it.
Gremnick shakes the wine at Hayes angrily.
I'm sorry, Gremnick. Best I've had it. This fish was good. Did you try the fish? It was excellent.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
No, but Kalita has a point. If he doesn't come back and it's the Rakshasa, he could just say, "Oh well, they're guilty," and put them in the dungeon forever. So, it is probably in our best interest to, and he lowers his, I lower my voice a little bit, to get out of here. You know, head that way anyway.
Gremnick kind of glances around conspiratorially before lowering his own voice.
Yeah, to be honest with you, anything that comes through that door saying it's throwing me back in that dungeon, it's getting a clobbering. I don't care where it's from. 9 hells, next door.
I do not wish to break our agreement with the Inquisitor after he's been so reasonable, but I fear if we do not escape this place and aid him, he will surely perish.
I hate to brag, but I could just act like him for a while, and maybe they'll just let us walk out of here. I'll just tell everybody I'm taking you with me.
Act like him.
What are you going on about, Spear Ears?
Well, I did go to school for a while to study the art of acting, and I think I could be pretty convincing at times.
Like,
Perhaps in mannerisms, but you still look like you.
I've got a disguise kit on me.
how good are you with it? Can you make your? I've never heard you do this before. So, are you good? Can you make it look like him?
I don't know. We could sure try.
Impersonating a High Inquisitor. This is not good.
Nobody will find out. Come on. Where's your little... Let's do something naughty bone, priest.
You're talking to a priest, so I don't know how many of those bones he has.
I only need one bone. The bone of light. Of Lysander.
Whatever we do, gotta get out of here soon. It's worse than a ship. It's like being in a lizard.
I
And
feel like
who's
the
to
longer we wait... Sorry?
Who's to say we can track them?
I know where they're going.
You did say that, but forgive me if I do not fill with confidence.
So you know where we're going. We know where we can meet them there. DM, is there any windows or anything to open, or is it just a sealed room?
So there are quite a few windows, but you notice and they do open. They are small. I mean, maybe 1 foot, 1 foot in width, and they don't open. They don't open all the way. Yeah, I know. They don't open all the way. So I mean, they maybe open like 8 to 10 inches.
Oh, okay.
And they sort of like on a hinge, and they open outwards.
I'm gonna try and peek out a window to see if I could see him walking in any direction.
Make a perception check.
Anybody noticing me? Oh, it sure looks like a nice day outside. 16.
So as you stare out the window, you look at the area around you, and the light is almost blinding from the interior of the castle, right? So as the sun is hitting nearly directly above you. The area below you is completely ocean. The room that you were in, the windows are on the backside looking out to the sea. So unfortunately, as you see some ships, some clouds, and waves and rocks.
Yeah, guys, let's get out of here.
Well, you found a way.
Well, I mean, I wanted to do the acting thing. I don't know.
Gremnick finishes strapping his plate back on and makes sure that everything's cinched up and resting as it should, and he wanders over to the door to investigate it, see how strong it is. He leans in close and examines the hinges and gives them a little sniff, and squints his eyes for a second, then just gives the hinge a quick lick. Trying to discern how well forged it is.
I'm sorry. So what are you trying to do? Which one are you trying to discern?
The door, how well crafted it is, if the hinges have been well forged and attached to the masonry. Just
make make an investigation check.
It's 11.
The stonework itself is fairly good. The castle itself is well constructed, considering, and it looks like there's been some consideration to the even to the dampness of the water and the ocean air and the current, the breezing and such. So there are some gaps for some. Overall, you're impressed with the architecture itself. It looks like they are some sort of darkened iron. They are relatively old and surprisingly not as rusted as you imagine a sort of oceanside keep would have these sort of metal hinges in the door. So it does look fairly well built.
That tastes like a strong door.
Is that how dwarves check things? They lick them and oh yeah, this tastes like good metal. Sure.
Hey, there be things you can discern, certain notes of the temper of the steel. Hey, come here, I'll show you.
You want me to lick a door?
Hey, you can learn something.
If there is one thing I have learned about the dwarf so far, it is that he recons by taste.
Well, put a beard on you yet, priest.
Okay, sure, I'm bored. Okay. And I go up to the door with Gremnick, and where should I lick? Go over there, or what am I looking for?
This hinge right here. You see how it would be exposed to the breeze right off the brine, like it ain't so rusted like.
Okay,
Give it a taste.
Okay.
Give it a taste now.
I lick the door.
Make,
the oil.
make an investigation check.
That is a 10.
You discover a lot of things about yourself, primarily as you lick this metal door hinge. It is earthy. You gag for a second. And yeah, primarily just a lot of real internal questions. You know, why do you do these things? Why would you let him make you do this? What are you doing here?
If I might interrupt your session of the etiquette of metal tasting,
Oh, please do.
but every second is a step closer the Inquisitor makes towards the Rakshasa. What are our options? 1 is a disguise. 2, presumably, is smash our way out of here. Is there a 3rd or a 4th?
Hey, it's what I was tasting for, but that door, it's too strong for bashing, I figure.
Too strong for bashing by a dwarf made by a human. And what has the
No,
world
look at
come
the
to?
stone. Look at the stone. They clearly enslaved me people to build this.
Hey, Valley, you can look really like really hot for a bit, right? You can make yourself just look like you're the hottest girl, and you should be on the stage somewhere, right?
What do you mean look like? Yeah, I can wrap myself with beauty, I suppose.
Do you think you could like do that and seduce your way out of here?
It only lasts like a good minute or so. Then I'm back to solid 6. But maybe then they'll have gotten to know me and like my personality.
Yeah, that's how it works every time, just like that. So I think, okay, that doesn't work. I think your idea before was dressing up as the, if you think you could do a good
Inquisitor?
job, the Inquisitor. Yeah, he's him. If you think you can do that pretty well and convince people that you're him,
What you say is very interesting.
that is really good. Did you hear that?
make a performance check.
I was doing my actor, so I get advantage on this, I believe.
You got it.
Wicked. 23.
So it was a very convincing accent. I mean, almost impeccable. Like I mean, it really did sound just like him.
Well,
what do you think?
I had my reservations, and still do, of impersonating the High Inquisitor, but it is the only non-violent way I can see to get out of this place, and I feel the peril he is in warrants it.
I'll start working on this disguise. Hey, Quaylen, you want to give me a hand, little guy?
Oh yes, of course. Let me put this scroll away.
Who's got a big soul? As I pinch
do.
his cheeks a bit. Yeah, you do.
Is this a tinker check or am I being seduced?
One leads to the other.
Depending on how well I tinker. You know?
Oh, you get seduced, and then we'll see how well you tinker.
Take 1 point of fondling damage.
This is going too far, DM.
Walk of shame, half your movement speed.
I need
I
to
already
know.
do that.
What are you trying to do?
I'm not quite sure anymore. I had my forehead with this cloth here. Spreading
We're
this dirt.
trying to make me look like the Inquisitor. Silly.
And so and what are you using? Your disguise kit?
Yeah.
And we're gonna rip apart these embroidered cushions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So utilizing the materials in hand and your disguise kit, you're doing the application, Quaylen?
I'm not sure how
Well,
much.
he's helping. But I'm gonna, you know,
I'm going to
feel
help
like-
him by inspecting with a keen eye and magnifying
Okay,
glass
so
to
go-
ensure
I
so-
thought you were
that
good at
the disguise is
things
good.
Okay,
and-
so Val, go ahead and make a check with your disguise kit, I think. Which I think would also just be a performance.
Give us a spin.
Is it
With
Um,
unless the disguise kit is a particular thing. Is it on your sheet?
It's just an item. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just an item.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a performance check. With advantage, I guess, because Quaylen is helping you.
Ooh. All right. I kind of needed that. Oof. 18.
You really do need to work on your strat a little bit to seem as regal as the
You
Inquisitor.
think I should lift my shoulders higher? Maybe.
Yeah,
Ha,
could
You just
try.
stick a good stick up the
Just back.
backside to move like him.
Just watch me for a moment. Takes his
Okay.
thumb, puts it in his mouth, and takes the
Oh.
longest tiny strides you've ever seen. Yeah, like that, you know. Shoulder back,
Oh.
shoulder forward.
You get impressively bigger when you do that.
He deflates. Yeah, oh, you.
Okay. Hit. Like this?
Yes. Work it.
He puts his
Yes.
I am an
Inquisitor.
We're going to spend the rest of our lives in a prison cell.
Wait, aren't we on a time crunch here?
So yeah, looking at Val now, I mean the face, with the disguise, you've managed to pull back the hair in a sort of contraption with a hood that makes it look like, again with the hood that she could be the Inquisitor. There's still, obviously the armor that he was wearing and stuff that is not visible. But overall, you feel like you've done a fairly good job of making her look just like him.
Thank you, Quaylen.
You look marvelous, sweetheart.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. At that, I go and bang on the door. Let me out of here! I seem to have forgotten my key.
You hear some sort of confused shuffling outside as the door opens.
Finally, could you not hear me screaming?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Woo!
Snap.
So what is that? What is it with the 20?
25.
We're so sorry. We could have swore you left. Hi, Inquisitor. Yes,
It
quite.
is
We,
fine. I must take these prisoners with me.
Ah,
all right.
the guards ain't doing no good. Walked right past you and you didn't even see. Could have been the backwards cat. That's why we're going with you.
Yes, quite. Forgive him.
Yes,
On we
of
go.
course.
Excuse us.
Gremnick takes the wine.
I forgot to ask. What was that madame's address?
Address, sir. The Argonel Manor.
Absolutely.
The address is Argonel. 1 Argonel Manor.
I knew I could always trust you.
Of course. Again,
Good
apologies.
man. Expect a promotion in your future.
Of course, sir. Yes.
Good day, and make sure no one enters this room.
Yes, by
Off
the
we
light.
go.
By the light.
By the light. Lythander is all a bone of light.
So, okay, so you guys make it down. You're in the stairway now. So you've got several flights of stairs and, of course, a large courtyard to go over. You guys are all just going across. What is the plan here? So you guys have made it out of the room. Give me you've tricked the guards in front of the room.
Guide them out the way we came in.
Okay.
Yes.
I am going to do it as sneakily as possible, even hanging back from the group a little bit, so that way I don't draw attention to myself.
Okay.
You're fine, Hayes. You're allowed to be here.
Quaylen's perched in Mark One's hands, closely following Val, yelling, "Make way for the High Inquisitor! You out of the way!"
Gremnick's
Thank you.
talking to Val Inquisitor loudly, like, so the other people can overhear.
Aye, once you see what we got to show you at the end of this journey, you'll see our innocence. There'll be no doubt in it.
Don't worry, Gremnick. We'll get you your fine wine soon.
No, stout. Stout or liquor, not,
I'm
grapes.
sorry, I don't understand these dwarves.
Oh man, it's like Charlie on Always Sunny, man. Fucking.
Roll initiative. No, okay, so as you guys make your way down, sort of through the way that you've been guided, Val, you got a fairly good idea of the layout naturally as you're walking through, and as you make your way out the one of the gate doors that lead to the courtyard itself, there's several platoons of soldiers. Of course, you're drawing a lot of attention. Nobody's approaching you, but a lot of people are looking that way. So I'm going to need you to make another performance check. This time, I'd say with advantage because of everything everybody's doing to sort of cover for you.
Okay.
Okay.
18.
So as you begin to, you've made your way across the court where you're beginning to cross that large gate with the stone stairs leading out into the street in the sort of city proper. Most people sort of, again, just stand at attention. Nobody really looks directly at you, although the group itself is garnering attention, right? So as you continue to walk through the street, a couple people look confused as they swear they've seen you leave already. So there is some confusion and a couple people talking and pointing, and then you think you hear a shout in the distance. But you continue to make your way down the steps into the city proper.
I'm going to point at the first 4 guards I see. You, guard the prisoners behind me. You 4 there, yes. I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir. Galt, you mean you want us to accompany you?
Absolutely.
Right. All right.
We've got work to do. Off to the manor.
Okay. Adeptus. Kalina.
Yes.
Adeptus.
Again,
Oh.
Again.
I want to read.
Yar, what are you wanting?
Asto. Kalita. You spend what seems like a couple hours. The sun is still high in the sky above, sort of hunkered down in the ship itself. in sort of the bowels of this dry docked caravel. You begin to hear footfall on the deck itself.
Am I able to still be in rat form, or am I like, if it's been a couple hours, back in Kalita form?
As the football happens, Asto, you turn around and you do see Kalita is now full sized and in her normal form.
Welcome back.
Nice climbing.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
We better get out of here. People are coming.
And where might you suggest we go? What's the ship we're on? Got any mass, Croson? Anything? Is it going to be really obvious?
So you hear some people on the deck, and it sounds like they're doing some sort of work. You hear some hammering and some sawing. The masts were down, so the ship itself was mastless, but you are below deck.
Well, I'll put it to you again. Where would you like to go?
I think we should head back to the prison and try and free our friends.
I see.
Is that a bad idea?
Maybe not such a bad idea, so long as we don't get caught. Do lead on.
Well, if we're hearing people up above, is there any way out that's not so obvious?
What time is it?
Make a perception check. The time, you're not certain because you're below deck. You assume you got in there roughly a little bit before noon. So make an intelligence check. Kalita, what's the with that? What was your check with that?
14.
14. So you do notice there's several portholes. They're maybe 1.5 feet in diameter.
And we're not in the water, right?
No, you're on dry land. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, I rolled an 18. Yeah.
Nice. So based on again, you're looking at several of the shadows coming through the cracks in in the floorboards and things, and you assume based on the amount of time that's passed, it's roughly 1 p.m. 1:30. Early afternoon.
You want to climb through the portholes?
I do.
After you, milady.
Okay.
Are you doing so? You're just trying to dive through? No, are we doing stealth checks? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be stealthy about this.
All right, give me 2 stealth checks.
$20.
14.
Wow.
So she's gonna stand back, just watch Kalita's ass as she slides through the porthole. Nod appreciation.
So in acrobatics check, Kalita, or athletics, whichever one you're better at.
$17.
Okay. So you almost, you open the porthole itself, and you do so quietly. It doesn't creak or anything as you open it, and you sort of take a quick step back and almost just dive through, just like compressing your form as you go through. You're still several feet above the ground, but you manage to sort of tumble and roll and duck behind a couple crates as you do so, almost soundless.
Okay, I wait behind the crates for Asto.
I'm gonna attempt to follow, right?
Make an acrobatics check for me.
That's a 27.
Hmm.
Can I do like an assault?
Yeah, so similar thing. Yeah, you kind of you fly, you duck through, and you do a bit of a front flip as you exit the porthole. And same thing, you sort of tuck and roll, and Kalita, almost as he comes up and just stands confidently and just sort of kind of like grabs you and throws a cloak around you as he starts walking you, immediately just stepping up and just all in one motion starts kind of walking through back towards the city.
Awesome.
It was.
Yeah, I know.
What I do, right? So we're mingling back through crowds again.
Correct. And as you guys make your way back, you sort of you again covering sort of Kalita's form, particularly the horns, right, with a bit of a hooded cloak that you have over her. You make your way back to the gates just in time to see what looks like this sort of handsome humanoid or human figure with sort of spiky dark hair, and he's walking or proceeding to order 4 guards to follow. It looks like all of your friends except for Val.
Well, how about that? Seems no prison break is required.
Excellent timing.
I guess we're gonna slowly approach. Maybe not straight up to him, but kind of on the edge of the crowd.
Yeah.
All right.
Try
So
and catch
how
him.
are you approaching?
As incognito as possible.
Okay. Make 2 more stealth checks for me.
$26.
Ooh, 6.
All of you notice as you begin to make your way through the streets. You notice the bright red hat at first, and just a glimmer of it as you begin sort of scanning the crowd as you're being walked behind this impersonation of the High Inquisitor. Several guards following behind you. What is very clearly a hooded Kalita. The horns kind of poking the tops of the cloak, of the hood inside the cloak.
Guards! I see her! Watch these prisoners as I arrest this woman! I go running down.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, arrest me. Arrest me all up.
Okay, so you guys see the High Inquisitor come. He shouts, and several of the guards start to form around your friends as the High Inquisitor comes running towards you.
Stop, foul devil's child! You consider yourself arrested.
Do we
I will.
know this is Val or not?
Make a perception check.
And as the Grand Inquisitor's walking over, Hayes is gonna yell out in Thieves' Cant to Asto. During the voyages I've made, I was made witness to silver-pointed knives of last night's milk, which
Shut up, cat!
Asto knows that's a friend. Come with us.
Sorry, I choked on my thieves' cap.
I rolled a 14.
So you do not, Kalita, you do not know.
Do I smell rotten eggs or anything?
Make a perception check. Yeah, I would. You rolled a what? A 14?
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy
Yes.
looks good, but he smells like foul.
Shut it, devil's child. As I grab her arm and hold them behind her back. You're coming with me. I walk her back to the prison.
Huh.
Or attempt to, if she doesn't squirm.
Can I use my... Oh no, I don't want to cause a scene.
Guards, get the pirate!
Who are the guards?
4 of the guards, they come marching over, and they are coming right at you.
The actual guard?
Yeah. And they sort of they pull out these shackles that they have behind them, and they put your arms behind your back and attempt to shackle you. Are you letting it happen?
No, stay your hands, lads. There's no need for the shackles. I'll come along peacefully. And I'm gonna...
They look to you, Val.
It's this one I want shackled. Devil's child.
Make another
Take her.
Performance check.
You fucking...
Good. That was good enough.
Oh, aye, sir. And they put the shackles on Kalita.
Good gods. Take these 2 to the cells. I've got business with the others.
All right.
What are you doing, Elf?
What are you doing? To the cells.
Not the cells, Elf. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Take them to the cells.
What the farm?
What are you doing, Elf?
Take them to the manor with us, you twit.
They need to come with us, you pointy-eared, daft spear face. Ah!
I rotten egg, you ridiculous creature.
I can't take back what I've said, damn it.
That's High Inquisitor.
High Inquisitor, don't you think it's a better idea for them to come with us so that they may also show you what we need you to see?
Give me one good reason, cats. We need this one detained.
Yes, and what better place than under your watchful eye?
We're gonna need more guards, of course. You
season
4, are you up for the task?
Yeah, speak up when your Inquisitor is talking to you.
Ahem.
Hayes, go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Uh, 18.
They,
God.
Real pack of lies here.
yeah. So the guards look very confused. Sir, what would you like us to do?
I want you to keep this one shackled, and you will lead the group to the manor where the murders happened. Of course. Big promotion in it for you.
Of course, sir. All right. You heard the Inquisitor.
Get on it.
So two of
Time is
the
of
one of
the
the
essence.
each two of the guards you follow you guys up there and they two of the guards hold the two prisoners. The other two sort of lead the way through the busy streets. As you guys meander through through much of the township, it's a couple hours on foot of walking. Is there anything you want to do before you get to the manor?
Of course, that elven lady wanted a white hen. And if everybody keep your eyes open for a white hen.
Disaster, see a white hen.
Oh God. If everybody's doing it, Val, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
18, of course.
As you begin to meander your way through the city, you do find again there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of distractions. There's people selling things, merchant carts moving about, and you guys are a big distraction, right? So you're sort of forcing the crowd open. So it really does hide a good portion of the side streets and where you would see a lot of the merchandise, just based on the sheer number of people. In the guise of the Inquisitor, most of the people are sort of paying you respect. A lot of people are gawking. Some people look confused.
May the lights be on you, folk, fine city, of course.
And as you are a couple hours in, you're sort of in the outskirts. You do see a small chicken coop outside of a looks like a private home. Of all the chickens you've seen, of all the hens you've seen, in the midst of these hens is the snowiest, whitest hen you could possibly imagine, buried in a sea of brown and spotted and red hens. What would you like to do?
Trying not to lose my concentration with excitement.
It's the whitest hen. I mean, it's perfect in every shape and form.
Cat. I should have called you by name before, Master Hayes. I need you to do me a small favor before we get there. Oh, right. Never mind. Quaylen?
Yes, hi, Inquisitor. Of course. It's reserved.
Do you think your rowboat could go do me a favor?
I believe the correct term would be automata.
Perfect.
But yes, of course, he is at your disposal.
Thank you kindly.
A little bow.
I would like to bring the elven lady that white hen over there in that coop. Do you see it? It's surely magnificent. I could see why she wants one.
Yes, of course. I can see also why she would want one.
Very good. Get it done for me and meet us at the manor.
Of course, your High Inquisitor.
Guard? Oh, they are. Take this one to the coop over there. You heard what I was saying. He must get that hen. Help him.
Yes, sir. Right. Should we purchase that?
Absolutely. Give her gold, give her platinum, whatever she wants. We're on a task. Time is of the essence.
Do I just fill out an expense report?
I'll tell you. Here. I'll give you 1 platinum right now. Give that to her.
For one hen. You want a whole platinum for one hen. Oh.
You heard your High Inquisitor. Now move it.
These chickens in.
Everybody, we need to respect each other. The Lord of Light is always watching, of course.
Yeah. So Quaylen, you go over, and it takes a little bit after they start to move away. The owner of the house comes out, and it's this sort of elderly man with with a bit of a walking stick, and he comes out and, well, yes, how can I help you?
Yes, of course. I realize that we do not
Excuse
have
me,
an
citizen. We require that you provide us this white hen that you have in your possession. We are prepared to pay you the sum of 1 platinum piece. What's that? A platinum? You take all the fucking hits. You want my wife too? No, sir. I promise you, just the one hen. There you go. Quaylen, you are. The guard leans over and picks up the hen and begrudgingly hands you the most expensive hen ever sold in the history of the world.
As the High Inquisitor decrees. Do I have something I can keep this caged in, or am I just carrying this?
I don't know if do you have a cage at your disposal? I think
I mean, can I put him in Kazoo's crippling cage? Can I make a miniature one that Mark can hold on to, and it's like a little bird, and he'll just hang it like he'll.
I mean, you'll take lightning damage if you hold on to it, but yeah.
Is it? I don't think.
Can I still see them?
Can we get a cage with that platinum piece?
No cages. Good.
It wasn't part of the negotiations, unfortunately. Mark, hold this. Can Mark hold it in his hand? Just cup it?
Yeah, sure. Make a strength check.
Oh God. I'm so sorry. On Mark.
Oh no, he's gonna crush it.
He's so
Like
strong.
Lenny.
He's a barbarian, basically. Oh, thank God. A 3?
Oh wow.
I guess.
Yeah. So Mark holds it gently in his hands. Surprisingly, I mean, you've seen him crush plates, cups, barrels, metal objects, rods, bend steel bars, but somehow he miraculously gently holds this live hen.
That's right, Mark. Careful. It's a good chicken. Now come along.
Okay.
I'll head back to the group.
So as the rest of you you begin to make way, you find yourselves outside, just barely outside the city walls, and continue to march along this sort of ruddy dirt path. And as it heads up this sort of steep, hilly countryside, you find yourselves at the top of one of the cliffs edges, overlooking the ocean below. It's maybe like the sheer cliff. You're maybe 600 or 700 yards above the ocean itself. I'm sorry, not yards, feet above the ocean itself. The estate is wide. You can see multiple different trees with fruits that are growing on them. Farmland in vineyards where grapes are being grown and processed into wine. And as you make your way to the large sort of ominous keep, the rain slowly begins to drizzle above in this sort of gentle thrumming fashion. The hen in Mark's hands sort of nestles in, and Mark sort of covers it to keep it dry, as if the automaton, who has never felt an emotion, suddenly knows love. And
Part of his character.
as you make your way, you hear shouts and yells and the sounds of what sounds like combat ahead. A gruesome scene unfolds as you begin to quicken your pace, and many of you run. The gardens, after this large wrought iron gate opens up into these brilliant gardens within, dimmed by a sort of gray, cloudy sky. As the rain drizzles down, it's sort of washing the blood slowly downhill towards your feet. As you see many of the company that came with the High Inquisitor now lying dead on the ground. These sort of stone creatures flying in air, flapping around, diving with these sharp, steel-looking talons, brutal, twisted faces, gnawing on corpses, and swarming the form of the High Inquisitor as he viciously tries to combat them and fight them off before your eyes.
Truth.
With
High
that,
Inquisitor!
with that, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, combat.
Yeah,
Oh,
count
Yeah, time for clobbering.
Spring break.
All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in maybe 10, 15 minutes. Guys, I hope you guys are also enjoying yourselves. Refill your glasses. Smash that subscribe button if it's available to you. Use your Amazon account, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we appreciate what we appreciate whatever you do. We are going to do a Steam key giveaway tonight. So go ahead and type the word hen into the chat.
Oh.
One time, HEN, just the word hen. Please don't do it more than one time, or we will find you and
Cut you.
Val will show up to your house and disguise herself as your parents and do terrible things. Force you to sit in your, I don't know,
Spankings.
chores and, spankings. You got it.
Oh, that's hot.
Give.
All right.
Stepdaddies give spankings.
We'll be right back. What's that rock? Well, it's a flying gargoyle.
What? No.
What?
No, this rock.
That was a gargoyle. And with that, we're back. Welcome to Gargoyles Re-Envisioned.
I love that show.
Don't even get me
That was
started.
great.
I also love that show.
And then they turned into robot gargoyles. Like, yes. Those are the best action figure ones too, because they have like, cool
That's-
things, missiles that shoot out with springs.
It's about the closest we've had to a decent cyberpunk show in a long time.
And then they had like all the Norse gods and shit in there too, and like they had like Babylon. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Norse gods, but it was Puck. What pantheon is Puck?
Puck is technically Roman, Greek,
He's a fairy. He's not really
Yeah.
a god.
but he was part of the. Anyways, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons with -2 charisma. So as you guys look upon the again these sort of beautiful gardens of the Argonel estate, the stone cobbleway that leads to the gate itself is riddled with the corpses of guards that have been slain. These stone worked creatures and monstrosities chewing on the corpses and swarming around the High Inquisitor. Go ahead and roll initiative if you have not already.
I'm pretty initialized.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What is happening? Where am I?
Who are you?
Wow. A 3, a 2, a 2, 15, 7, 4.
Yeah,
Also, can I have-
pretty crap rolls.
Full light for my vision because it's daytime, if possible.
Kalita roll?
Yep, I rolled a 7, but I got a 10 for initiative.
Thank you. You are truly a god. Lysander himself.
I'm ahead of somebody.
So, as you guys enter the courtyard, again, blood is caked on the ground. Quaylen, you're up first.
Mark, let me hold that hen. Go deal with that. So I'll take the hen from him for now.
Seems
Stop moving! Stop it!
He seems reluctant.
Mark, hand me the hen. I'll take care of him. You take care of them. Mm-hmm. Nod my head at him.
And he hands over the head.
And I believe I can all the way there. And I will
Attack.
Plan A1.
Oh.
I told you he was strong. Such a gentle giant.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So
He's
strong.
got a lot of willpower.
So Mark hands over the hen gently, and you watch as the whole metal form like shifts quickly towards the scene in front of him. As he charges past this sort of fountain in the middle, he just leaps over it and tries to take a big swipe. He just barely catches one of the gargoyles mid-flight as like chunks of stone go flying. All right, and with that, this one is going to.
Do I get a move too? Or Kazoo?
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, because that was your bonus action to move Mark, right?
Yeah. Those back
Sure, yeah.
to this guy right here. This guy right here. Can I
Okay.
hit them with Kazoo's crippling cage to take them out of the fight for the moment?
Which ones?
These two in the back. Like the back right.
Yeah.
I will cast Kazoo's crippling cage on those two. Whip out Eleanor real quick. A couple of things. Throw some dust in the air.
All right, dexterity save, right?
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC, which is 15.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. So that was an 8 and a 1 actually. Yeah. So they both fail. So you watch as this you guys watch as Quaylen whips Eleanor out. A majestic white hen in one hand, Eleanor in the other. And she says the words for Kasu's crippling cage, and the lightning just sort of like arcs around, like a bolt of lightning comes down from the sky and stops before dispersing across the area and just forming this dome of electric force that surrounds the two of the gargoyles.
After promptly casting the spell, I look down at the hen. There. Don't worry, Mark. I'm taking care of her. It's my turn. I will stroke the hen. To soothe it.
That requires an action.
Damn it.
So this gargoyle here is going to sort of just smash itself against the cage.
So again, dex save, and then
Yep.
15, and then if you fail, then you take 2d8.
That's a 10. Go ahead and roll 2d8 damage for me.
Oh my god.
God. 3. Up to 2d8? How is that?
So you watch as it sort of flings itself against the cage, not quite understanding what it is, and with a slight shock, it recoils and begins again just sort of flapping in the air inside the cage. Gremnick.
Alright, so as they were walking up, Gremnick was, taking a good haul off his flask, and at the sight of the gargoyles before him, he turns, just pivots on his heel suddenly to the rest of the party, his arm outstretched, and in the process, he sloshes some of his booze onto Kalita by accident, staining her cloak,
Hey! Stay close, He's getting flashbacks to his training in the militia days. Don't get singled out. Stay together.
With that, he charges forward. He turns to the gargoyle that Mark 1 is fighting, and finishing another long draw of his flask, he belches mightily, casting Toll the Dead.
Okay. So that is a wisdom saving throw? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 14.
That's a fail. And it's already taken damage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's, what do we got there? 2d12 necrotic.
Damn clerics.
for
Oh.
a grand total of 6 damage altogether. Fuck. Wow.
Oh man.
You guys all right?
Huge dice and hit the bottom of the
I don't know what happened to us before break, but clearly that mojo is worn off.
Tactics are sound, but the dice are unwilling.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you watch as Gremnick belches and the form of the gargoyle screeches and writhes in agony as bits and chunks of its flesh just begin to fall off and just shed to the ground.
Ha! You should see what I can do with a stronger drink.
So this gargoyle here is going to begin to beat on Mark.
Is Kalita? Is her token there?
No. What did she have for an initiative?
10.
Oh.
Well, just do it right.
9 and I didn't
Come on.
What
Are
was
we there yet?
what was the initiative for her? Yeah.
10.
10.
10. Let me see here. Yes, Kalita, you're up. I'm sorry.
I'm up. Okay.
Good, because my attack was a natural 1, so I get to redo it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so I can move up. Gremnick wanted us to stick together. Where can I move?
What are you thinking?
They're actually made of stone.
As far as you can tell.
Hey, why am I way over here? Okay.
Where are you trying to go? You're trying to go over next to Gremnick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that touchpad acting up?
I moved her once, like, all the way back, because I felt like she went all the way in the wrong direction, but that's alright.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm behind Mark 1. Okay. What do I want to do? If I target this guy with ice knife, will it hurt the Inquisitor?
You're talking about the one in front of Mark 1?
No, the one right there.
Yeah, just hold the click on it. This one?
Yeah.
Perfect. Remind me, ice knife. Does it say of your choosing, or does it say all creatures? Hold on, I'm looking at it right now. Each spell attack, hit or miss, the shard then explodes the target of each creature within 5 feet. Yeah, so it doesn't matter hostile or not. So yes, it will hit the Inquisitor.
Well, okay.
You could throw it at the one on the far right.
I mean, he doesn't really like you much, anyways.
I know, but he's also the only one who might believe our story. Okay, I'm just gonna throw daggers. Fuck it. See what happens.
Roll the dice.
8.
Oh.
All right, what are you doing? You're throwing a dagger?
Yeah, I threw it at
Ice knife, or just throwing a dagger?
just a dagger.
Okay.
Except this guy.
Yeah, 18 hits, so 7 piercing damages. Yeah, Kalita it darts up and slides behind Mark 1 and just chucks a dagger at the closest one. You watch as chunks of the stone just go flying as the dagger hits it, and then it falls to the ground.
Awesome. That's my turn.
Fantastic. So we've got this gargoyle is going to lash out at Mark 1. He's going to bite and claw. So the bite is a 14.
Misses.
Claw's a 6.
Oh, 6.
Misses. So as you watch as it bites and claws, and it's hitting but it's between the stone against the iron body of Mark 1, it just doesn't seem to be doing any damage. Mark 1 is just continuing to sort of bat it away as this thing is just clawed, latched onto his arm. The next one is going to attack the... what?
I rolled a 9.
right. So you also did.
Ah, you were also missing.
You also did not put yourself into the turn order.
I thought I mentioned that earlier. But apologies.
You shall be slain.
You know, I'm a busy guy. All right, Asto, you're up.
Arrest this one.
Kill his family.
Now I'm gonna run up to the fountain, take cover on it, and I'm gonna fire a crossbow at.
The one
Do I
that
get
Kalita
sheet
hit.
for this?
No, because you are. Nope, you don't.
$14.
All right, 14 misses. So you watch the arrow, the bolt itself just like bounces off of the stone hide of the gargoyle.
He'll mutter to himself, reload, and take another pop. Six.
26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So as you quickly reload, the second bolt fires, and it takes 7 piercing damage. Just again, more chunks of the stone just sort of fly off of it. The arrow still sort of wedged in the body itself.
I'm gonna stay right here and not.
All right. With that, the gargoyle is going to go. It's going to attack the High Inquisitor. Bite and claw. 7 and a 17, so both miss. So you watch as the gargoyle again goes to make attacks the High Inquisitor using a combination of shield as well as mace in his hand is sort of batting them away. A couple of the claw marks scraping, making this awful noise as they scrape against the sort of plate armor that he's wearing. The next one is going to do the same thing. It is going to bite and claw at him. The bite is going to hit. So you watch as he sort of winces as one of the claws moves and the bite just manages to find flesh in his side as it bites down. He takes 8 piercing damage. And Val, you are up.
All right. Are the guards still with us?
Make a perception check.
Hey. 11.
Hey, so you look around and you don't see the guards anywhere.
All right. I'm gonna stop pretending that I am the High Inquisitor at this moment. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm looking at you 3 right here. I'm gonna cast a level 3 command spell. I suggest you lie on the ground for now. Wimps.
Okay. And that is a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
All right. And on which 2?
3.
3. All 3 that are not in the cage?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh no.
Big oof.
All right, so that's a 3, a 1, and a 2. All three gargoyles like stop what they're doing. They sort of turn and look at you, and in a daze, they just lay down on the ground.
Good boys. Yeah, she's gonna end her turn. Yeah.
Okay. Haze.
Oh, that was impressive. Okay. So, are any of these gargoyles actively engaged with anybody, or are they just been taking hits?
Not anymore. 3 of them are lying down on the ground prone. 2 of them are trapped inside of a cage of lightning, and are sort of angrily flapping around inside there.
Okay, I am going to use my bonus action to hide behind this bush.
Okay.
And for my action, I'm going to peek out the side of the bush, and then I'm going to fire at the one in front of Mark 1.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack at disadvantage because it is prone.
Oh, that's a prone one. Okay. Sure. That is an 18.
And 18 still hits.
Yeah, it's real easy. It's just on the ground. It's easy pickings.
Nice shot.
Right in the forehead.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It's 8 piercing, and do I get the sneak because I hit before?
Yep.
Awesome. That's 14 damage, piercing.
Yes, you watch as the creatures are sort of like on the ground, lying down, staring up at Val, and the arrow just smashes into its head. It doesn't even flinch as the chunks of stone, bits of its face just go flying off into the distance.
I hope you didn't need that face. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Adeptus.
Have I had a rest or not since I got cursed? Like, have I regained anything?
So I gave this some thought. I will say you did get all your spells because of the the consecutive rests and the treatment you got. I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You've regained all your spell slots. Yes.
Would that mean that we healed up too?
Yes, you are. You are all. I said you did heal. You did heal, but you didn't gain spell slots back. But now you've gained spell slots back. Yeah.
Okay.
The restful sleep in the prison. Although you were both still cursed.
Right, well. I should run after this one. And hit him in the face with my mace. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, sorry.
And and that's it.
I'm sorry. So yeah, 6 misses. So you ran up to that one to hit it with your mace.
Really?
No, I'm sorry. It's prone. Go ahead and make another swing.
Oh, actually, all right. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
How'd you like them boiled eggs, demon?
20 hits, roll damage. Yep. So it's the gargoyle lying down on the ground just accepts your mace as chunks of stone go flying. You smash it into the back of it.
That is my turn.
Hayes, I feel like I have you on here twice.
Um.
No, you were
there's something
6,
wrong.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys were both 6. You were tied. I don't know. It went backwards. Okay, so with that, the High Inquisitor will. He will go ahead and also he will turn on the one that is the Adeptus that you were fighting, and he will. Yeah, he's just going to use his maul as well. 25 hits. 13 bludgeoning.
Wow.
24 hits. 8 bludgeoning. So you watch as he just turns, and with the small, like, 2 big swings, he brings it down, like, hard on top of the back of the creature that is prone. And you watch more stone chunks fly. He swings it around again and brings it down one more time quickly. So it takes a total of 21 bludgeoning damage.
What's going on there with his 2 attacks? Is that like part of his class or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Xuan had like those attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah,
like
he's
a
a
war
war
priest.
priest, yeah. So 21.
Best kind of priest.
The best kind of priest, yeah. Oh wait, let's get rid of that one. There's just a lot of 6s for some reason. Ironically, there's a lot of 6s. So this one is just going to sit here and hang out because he watched his friend get electrocuted. Quaylen, you're up.
Are you muted, comrade?
Oh yeah. I told Mark to jump on him. We have advantage, right? So.
Yep. Yeah, 23 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So Mark slams down, just drops full force. Like, oh, you watch as he like trust falls with his arms out, like slams, like body slams into the prone corpse of the gargoyle. Bits of chunks of stone fly, dust spews up into the air. Do another 9 points of force damage. Nice.
I'm gonna focus on that guy with Waylon again. Cast frostbite.
On which one? Same guy.
Same one. Yeah, that's one.
Is that deck save?
Target must make a Constitution save.
Okay. 21.
Fine. So am I supposed to hit
Is it half? Does it say half damage if it on a success or anything like that? I don't think so on frostbite, right?
I don't think so.
It's
It
just
says
cantrip.
DC 15, no damage.
Okay, perfect. So you watch as the stone it be like icicles like in frost forms on top of it, but it doesn't seem to affect the demeanor.
That wasn't quite effective at all. I open my book and start looking through some notes.
All right, these two in the cage still sort of flapping around angrily. Gremnik, you're up.
Alright, so Gremnik kind of walks forward casually and takes a moment to taunt the gargoyles in the cage. He just displays his flail before him to give them a demonstration of what it does as he turns and wails on the prone gargoyle. That's an advantage.
Correct.
It's 24.
Jesus.
24 hits.
It's 11 bludgeoning.
So again, you watch this hammer just smashes down on top of this gargoyle, like more chunks of stone, like its wings one of its wings falls off. One of its legs is like it's just like still like prone on the ground, like clawing away.
Ah, you stay in the cage, or that's what you're getting.
With that, he summons his spiritual weapon, the giant pipe, appearing inside the cage.
You didn't attack the one in the cage, did you? You hit the one
No.
on the ground. Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, it was like a demonstration he was doing, like
Okay,
showing the ones inside what's waiting for them. Yeah,
Gotcha.
he summons his pipe inside the cage, and it starts attacking the one that took damage already from the cage.
Okay.
You're a genius.
It's a 12.
12 misses. So as the giant pipe forms and takes a big swing at the gargoyle, it manages to sort of fly up above, just narrowly avoiding the pipe.
Alright, that's old Gremnick's turn.
I was trying to save that for Toll the Dead again, but
The gargoyle cracks open a refreshing beverage.
+2 charisma, -3 dexterity.
it's only a +2 charisma if the other party is also imbibing.
Yeah, right. It has to be an area of effect liquor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's negative.
Negative,
right.
-2. Kalina, you're up.
Oh, okay. I'm going to focus and cast my flame blade. Well, first I'm gonna move over to this guy I've been attacking. And I guess I'll just use a melee weapon.
Oh, you're just gonna rock up on the handsome Inquisitor, huh?
Yes. I'm attacking the one to my left. And with my flame blade, do you want me to... Yeah, I'll go back and I'll...
So Flame Blade. So yeah, you can summon it as a bonus action. That's fine, and then you essentially just like this dagger, this like fire dagger, like appears in your hand, or a sword of fire, and if you attack with it, just attack with your dagger, because it's a melee attack, and then we'll roll damage. Damage is 3d6.
Ooh.
26.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
That's 2 for you tonight, isn't it?
Do you want to roll? So you have to double that. So you have to roll. Okay, so 12, so 24. We'll say 24 points of damage, and you're hitting the one that Gremnick just hit on the ground.
No, the one to my left here.
One to your left. Okay. So you watch as he Kalita sort of stares at the Inquisitor dead-eyed, and forms this giant flame blade as she just turns and wails it down on top of the gargoyle. And he just explodes, like bits of rubble and pieces go everywhere.
Yes! For your trust, Inquisitor.
We'll see, devil spawn.
Aw.
I don't know, I can't seem to get what I want to come up, but all right, yeah. Asto.
I'm running in the cutlass. Poison cutlass. Do I get sneak attack for this? I definitely have advantage. Mr. DM.
Yes, definitely advantage. So I'll give you sneak attack. But a 10 misses. But you have advantage because it's prone still.
So I should roll 2.
Yes, roll again.
There we go.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, again, with the cutlass, you sort of like dive in between Mark and Gremnik and just bring it down on the creature, just almost like stepping on it as you do. You just like push it into the back of its like the back, like where the spine meets the neck, and almost just like walk across it as you just push down on the cutlass, and the head just falls off, and the whole thing just like bursts into rubble.
Wonderful. I'm gonna step over. It's dead, right? I can step onto its face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smile and tip my hat at the Inquisitor, and then fire over his shoulder at the gargoyle behind.
You watch he ducks very quickly. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Yeah. 24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. All right.
Wait, I rolled the wrong weapon there. I apologize. I rolled the short sword, not the...
All right. Yeah, do the hand crossbow. So actually, I'm sorry. So this is a disadvantage with the hand crossbow too, because it's on the ground. It's still prone, so you get disadvantage. So roll that one more time.
Doesn't matter.
All right, doesn't matter. You still hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Piercing. So you watch again. You fired. The Inquisitor sort of flinches for a moment down as the arrow just passes over him, smashes into the gargoyle on the ground, and bits of stone and debris sort of fly everywhere.
I'm gonna end my turn just eyeing up the Inquisitor.
Gargoyle's dead. This one is dead. Val. Vidania.
Oh,
muted?
sorry. I'm gonna turn over to Quaylen here. I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but the chicken?
Yes, of course. Kind of look down at the chicken and give it one last little pet. We had a good time. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, thank you. That was a bonus action, I'm assuming?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna just grab the chicken's neck and pull it
Oh my god.
until it, stops squirming
The,
and
the,
dies.
the twist is more effective than the pull.
She knows.
Go, the old
Yeah.
pepper grinder.
That elf always choking chickens,
I'm assuming that took an action, right?
Roll for damage.
Chicken less than 6 seconds.
DM.
The hen is resistant to your
Why didn't you just cut
Pulling.
its throat, man?
So I'm
it's got
debating.
resistance to damage.
So the problem is I'm debating some alignment changes here. So anyway, so the hen looks up. The hen looks up at you with the most adorable hen eyes it's ever had, and it stares deeply into yours, completely trusting as it's now been in the hands of a mechanical monster, a small gnome who's petted it gently,
creature.
who gave it a name. What name did you give it, Quaylen?
Constantine.
Constantine.
Beautiful.
As it stares up to you, as you sort of look down at it, you grab its neck and you pull aggressively until it snaps and the life drains from the hen's eyes. Yes, that's your turn.
God.
Perfect.
Great calculator gold. What have I done?
With that, the slightly less horrifying monster will attack the High Inquisitor.
We spent our whole turn killing a chicken.
That's a 7 and a 5, so neither affects it. He manages to sort of bat it away between them all, his shield and his plate armor. Just it can't seem to find its any purchase. Adeptus.
I shall hop over this fallen gargoyle and attack its friend.
Do me a favor, Quaylen, make a Constitution saving throw.
I feel like it's necessary. Morally obligatory.
Okay. So despite the horrific scene in front of you, you managed to maintain concentration on the lightning cage.
Man, sorry.
So you get advantage.
Come on, Lysander. Oh my.
Oh, jeez.
No, I feel like something. I mean, it was a 2 and a 3. I feel like something's wrong there. I'll have to look at it.
Wait, he's not still in
No, this
He's
has
an
been a
imposter.
running theme for most of my life.
My command thing only lasted for 1 round.
Oh, okay. So all right. So they're well. It hasn't. Its turn hasn't come yet, so it is still technically prone.
Oh, I thought it just attacked.
It did. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it isn't prone. So anyways, the 7 still misses. I feel like.
I balked it either way.
No, actually, no. It makes either way. Yeah, you did bork it. Okay. So as you're trying to swing with the gargoyle like from the ground like lurches back into the air, and you just can't seem to make to get a good shot on it. Hayes, you're up.
Okay, so there's the 2 in the cage and the 1 behind the Adeptus there. Are the ones in the cage prone?
No.
Okay. And the one in the front is engaged with Gremnik?
No.
Okay.
Just
So
blocking.
yeah. I'm going to rinse and repeat. Bonus action hide behind this bush over here. Not in the bush, behind the bush. And then I'm going to take out the short bow and fire at the one inside of the cage in front of Gremnik.
Beautiful. Quaylen, would you like to do the honors?
I'm afraid.
Oh, what? Huh?
Oh wait, yeah.
It's not a melee, it's a ranged weapon.
Yeah, so you don't take any damage. You watch as the arrow flies towards the cage, and it just gets evaporated within the lightning as it enters through.
I'm afraid, Master Hayes, it's quite impenetrable.
Shit. Okay. Well.
It really is quite marvelous. If you like it, you can step over here out of that strange bush you found, and I'll tell you all about it.
I think I want to kill the gargoyles first, and then we can talk about that later.
Yes, the gargoyles. Yes, I almost forgot. But not quite.
Okay, so that went to shit. So that's my turn.
It was a marvelous shot.
I appreciate it.
So with that, the High Inquisitor is going to turn and pull his maul out, and he's going to attack the one that is flying around him. That is a 9, so he misses on the first strike. The creature just sort of darting around the maul. The second strike, it's a 22 and hits for 11 damage. As you watch as the this sort of maul, he misses with the first strike, sort of swings it around with the momentum and catches it on the backswing. Bits of stone and chunks of dust just go flying into the air. This one's still trapped in the cage. Quaylen, you're up.
I look over to Mark. And Mark walks back up to Val, and he just stands there. Quaylen walks over to Hayes. Yeah, you just come right this way. I'll tell you all about it. It's really a marvelous spell. I came up with it myself. That was a special incantation and a mixture of powders. It went in the air and electrified. And I'll take down the wall now. And as you can see, presto. And now they're completely free to roam around. Oh, watch out, everybody else. They're loose. And Mark just stands there in front of Val.
I'm crying.
I'm guessing that was on Gremnick. I think you're muted there, DM.
Yes, I was explaining how Mark was just staring at Val with like gears whirring and these cold, dead like black eyes. Bits of sparks like flying as it's like twitching a little bit. So the gargoyle, as the cage drops, lunges at you, Gremnick. It just like immediately as it lobs, it just lunges for you, teeth and claws bared. It's a 22 and a 24.
Yeah, both hit.
Oh,
So you take a total of 16 piercing damage as combination of piercing slashing as it just tears into you, barreling you over as it frantically escapes the cage that it was in.
Ah!
And the Grem scream.
It is your
So
turn.
great.
With that, Gremnick does his best to, get himself steadied and swings back with his flail. Actually, no. He hides behind his shield and pops up and belches in his face for Toll the Dead. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. 16?
He got it.
Nice. I mean, aw, shucks. You'll get him next time.
I'll get him next time. Maybe with a spiritual weapon. The pipe swings at it from behind. It's 23.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's 11 force.
So the giant ethereal pipe just slams into Gremnick belches and it sort of like ducks underneath the rippling air waves. The pipe comes in from behind and smashes it down to the ground. It just you watch the whole form crumbles, like bits of stone go everywhere. Takes 11 force damage. Kalita.
I want to cast Entangle on the two that were just in the cage.
Okay.
What would I roll for that?
You don't roll anything, so it'll be 20-foot square. So I'm gonna give you 5, 10, 20 this way. And you watch as bits of the garden just begin to violently climb up and start to grab them midair. Creature in the area you cast a spell must do a strength saving throw. What is your spell save DC?
It's at the very top of your spell page.
15, so they both fail. You watch the vines just, like the grass and the roots just like climb up and just like grab them both. They're both entangled.
Okay, that's my turn.
Asto.
This guy.
Sure.
What do I get?
Yeah, you have all kinds of advantage because it is entangled, restrained.
Then cutlass. The hell? Bit of lag there.
Alright, yeah, it's a 20. 20 hits. But you have advantage, so roll one more.
Do I need to? What does that
Just
mean?
to see, just to see
might
if you
get
get
a crit.
just to see if you get a crit. Good. 20 hits. Roll damage.
12 on the sneak. Jeez.
Wow, yeah, it's a big hit. Yep.
Still alive?
Yeah, it's still sort of like flailing against the roots and the vines, trying to tear itself out. But you managed to get a big strike in, and you watch it. Just big chunks of the body just go flying, stone just sort of like falling into the vines and getting caught in, and they stop moving as it's trying to squirm its way through.
Level the crossbow at its face.
Again, roll twice. So 14 misses.
I guess
13 misses,
does.
yeah. So as you take the shot, it's just, again, it's flailing against the roots. One of the roots happens to just get pushed in front of the bolt as it just slams into it and protects it. Val.
Are you muted, Val?
Badanya.
Sorry. I'm gonna look up at Mark 1 and... Hey, what are you looking at? And look back down at the chicken or hen and start peeling its feathers off and like putting them into my pouch.
Is that what you do with feathers? You peel them off? You peel feathers off? I'm gonna say it's
well, I'm going to pluck them. I'm going to pluck.
Make a nature check.
Let's peel those feathers.
Let's get some feather zest going, you know?
And a zest of feather.
Shave that fucker.
So with a 10, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of feathers. I mean, I just had to Google it because there's 8,000 feathers on a hen. So I'm gonna,
it's actually quite a lengthy job to do by hand too.
Yeah.
Once you're good at it.
So I'm gonna say
I will spend my action and bonus action doing that.
So I'm gonna say you spend your let's see. Okay, how long does it take to pluck a chicken?
It smells terrible.
Yeah.
In that
So doing it by hand actually smells better than doing it by machine, because when you do it with a machine, it sprays them with hot water, and hot wet feathers and chicken shit smell fucking terrible.
That's what it is. I had to do it when we lived in this place for a while. She had chickens, so it is it's cold.
I don't know.
Feathers and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that smell, man. Like I find the viscera less offensive to the nose than like the hot wet feathers.
Ugh.
8,000 feathers.
Some guy managed to pluck one in 4.4 seconds. I'm gonna say he's a hen plucking expert. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you get
It's just
roughly,
luck.
I don't know, 2,000 feathers. As you're kind of staring at Mark 1 dead in the face, just plucking feathers from this dead hen. Yeah.
Stop staring at me. I need these. Yeah. How much would that weigh?
Please hold.
Is everybody learning something tonight?
It's been very educational.
So
Only
a pound
disturbing things
of
about.
feathers is 454 feathers.
Wow.
Okay. So
You
about
got like 4 pounds.
4.5 pounds. Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. I didn't feel like the whole hen weighed 4.5 pounds, but
Yeah,
yes.
that does not make a lot of sense to me.
Well, I'll just take off the half and give myself a 4.
Okay.
Whoa.
Are we done massacring this poor innocent creature
Uh,
for the turn?
and if I could do more, I would.
Okay. Well, there's always next round. Oh boy. For anybody watching who's a vegetarian or with PETA, I'm so sorry. No actual hens are harmed in I feel
In
terrible
Canada.
if that means anything.
We don't condone chicken murder.
We don't if you can't tell.
I
We're
love
in no
chicken.
way sponsored by the Poultry Farmers Association.
Sponsored by unidentifiedchickenmeat.com.
This slightly less monstrous beast is going to attack the High Inquisitor. There's a 16 and a 19. The 19 hits. So you watch as another one of these bites just manages to come through, blood just sort of leaking through his clothing. And Adeptus, you're up, sir.
With that, I shall begin chanting the litanies to call the radiance of the dawn. Do I have to click something? So it's everything within 30 feet that is hostile takes the Constitution saving throw.
Yes. All the hostiles. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And it is 1, 2, 3, right?
Yep. All 3 of them. Yep.
So the Inquisitor is not hostile to me,
Correct.
but does I'm sure you know what I'm trying to get at here. Is this
I thought I was on.
Oh, I get what you're doing. You smart cookie, you.
No, I don't know if I understand. So you're trying to do Radiance of the Dawn, right?
I'm doing Radiance of the Dawn, and if the Inquisitor is not the Inquisitor and is the Rakshasa, then would it take damage? That is basically what I'm trying to do by
Gotcha.
wasting
Yeah. Okay.
my
All right.
big
All right.
Lythander, show us the light and the truth.
So click Radiance of the Dawn for me. Send me the description.
Yeah, I was trying to. Do I just? Is it? Ah, there you go.
Trying to use it as like
Little
evil
speed
protector.
bubble.
Yeah. So you present your holy symbol. Magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet must make a Constitution saving throw. Creature takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed saving throw. half as much on a successful. Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage. 2d10 plus your cleric level. So that's a 9 plus 6, right?
Cleric level is where? Sorry, I'm still
What's your level?
Oh, 6, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
Yeah, oh, cool. Alright, yeah.
So 15 damage. So as you present the symbol of Lathander, and it shines across your chest, the golden sun just illuminating. You watch as the gargoyles around you just begin to wince. The one in your immediate vicinity just screeches out in horror as the symbol so its whole body seems to illuminate for a second as it burns. The others sort of duck behind the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor, although he's squinting a bit from the light itself, doesn't seem to take any damage.
Ah, Inquisitor. If you had been the Rakshasa, you shall have perished like these ignorant vermin.
Yes, no, of course, yes, the dwarf doesn't get the right kind of beverage, I understand. But, no, please, just help me kill these vile fucking creatures.
You've clearly taken some blows to the head. We shall aid you.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
At least now you see we are not your foes. And neither is Kalita.
Well, that remains to be determined, good sir.
Yes, quite.
Yes, quite.
How rude.
Shallow and pedantic.
Just terrible meatloaf.
Alright, Hayes, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to run past this bush up into this little hedged off area. How tall are these hedges over here?
The hedges themselves are maybe 3.5 feet tall. So you stand way above them. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to crouch down and use my bonus action to hide behind. And then I'm going to pop out and fire at the one in front of Gremnik again.
Master Hayes, I've actually named quite a few spells after myself. Gives you fulminating flash. Cage, of course.
That's a 26. Yes, that's very interesting, Quaylen.
You actually have advantage because they're still entangled, so go ahead and...
that was with advantage.
Yep, okay. Roll damage.
That is 17 total. 12 sneak and 5 piercing.
Perfect. So again, you watch as the creature's still trying to tear itself from the vines and the grass that has grown up around it. It just another huge chunks of stone go flying off the Inquisitor, and Adept is sort of ducking out of the way as they nearly hit them.
You calm down. I was never going to hit you. You're fine.
That remains to be seen. Is that end your turn?
Oh yeah, that's it.
All right, and he is going to with sort of bolstered by the light of Lathander, he is going to again just take 2 swings with the small on the one to the left that is not entangled. So that is a 12 misses and a 22 hits. And there's 9 points of bludgeoning damage to that one. There's another, again, big chunks of stone and dust come flying. No. Okay. Next up, the gargoyle here will also attack the Inquisitor. It's going to lunge out at him. 17-7, so he manages to, again, you watch as the claws, they scrape against that sort of plate armor. So he manages to pull one of his shield up and deflect a couple of the blows. Master Kazoo.
Well, it seems our friends are in quite the debacle. Master Grimnick, are you alright?
Oh, you know, good one to the head, but I'm in one piece mostly. Mostly.
Let me see that cup of yours real quick and pull out a couple vials and mix something in my hand and sprinkle it in. Just give it a little stir with Eleanor. Drink this up. I feel it right as rain.
Well, a good drink, you know. It's been a while.
It has a bit of a bite. Just give it a little sap with Eleanor before handing it.
Right down the hatch. No hesitation.
And then I will cast Cure Wounds. For 11 healing.
Ah.
Somehow it tastes worse than the door.
And it's all metallic powder.
Yeah, it is. It's all. It's like it's a similar flavor profile, but very earthy and medicine-y, right? Like drinking.
It's mostly iron.
Copper with ibuprofen, right?
And, I think it needs more time in the barrel.
But you do watch some of your wounds begin to close and heal as a result. So. And is what are you doing? Is Mark gonna attack Val or?
I don't know what he's. I don't know. He's out of it. I don't know what he's doing. I didn't really notice. So, why? What's happening over there? Mark, what are you doing? It's my turn.
So the gargoyle is again gonna lash out at you, Gremnick. That's a 14 and a 5.
Those both miss.
Yeah, both miss as you again. So reinvigorated by the disgusting beverage you just drank, you managed to deflect the blows from the gargoyle attempting to scratch and claw at you. It is your turn.
It has what dwarfs crave.
Electric lights.
Oh my god, dude, I'm fucking dying over here. And so Gremnick kind of ducks behind his shield from the attacks and pops out from behind it with his flail and tries to smack that gargoyle around. That's a natural 20.
I mean, you have advantage, but why bother? So it's a 15.
Is there a double crit?
No, but there is enough to smash it. So as the face again is trying to claw out at you from the entanglement, it's just wide open enough that you manage to drop your flail into it. What you do see though is as the flail hits it, another head grows on the flail.
Now that's a proper instrument of violence.
Bits of the gargoyle itself just go flying into the and crumbling into the entangling vines.
Now watch the dwarf work the stone. You watch and learn.
And with that, the pipe swings out at the remaining one. It's 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 force.
I see. You want to roll one more time just to make sure you don't get a crit on that one. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's an advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, see, the other pipe completely unhindered by the.
Here, let me roll that again. Spiritual.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Is that with a +2?
Oh, we'll stick to the first one.
with a +2 for what?
You gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls made with this weapon, with this magic weapon for each head the flail has up to +6 bludgeoning damage after 1 hour ending. Oh, it already has it?
Well, it does now.
I was just reading.
Yeah.
Oh, for the next one. Okay. So,
Yeah. This is the pipe that hit.
So sorry.
Yep. Nice. Kalita, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this guy. Anyways, the guy like right above Adeptus. I'm gonna attack him with my dagger. $25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Wait.
Six.
Which one are you trying to hit? I'm sorry. You're throwing the dagger?
Yeah, throwing the dagger.
Okay. All right. Yeah, 6 damage. Yeah, so you watch as it just sort of wedges itself in again. Another like large crack sort of form as the in the torso as the dagger sort of wedges itself inside.
That's my turn.
Esto.
Slide around the outside. I'm gonna slap this guy with cutlass. Is this sneak, sir?
It is engaged with the High Inquisitor, so go ahead. So you try to make an attack at it with the cutlass, right? But the 10 misses, so the creature sort of like darts out of the way. It is still flying in the air.
Gonna pull away from it. Just a step. Fire a bolt at it. Is this advantage, disadvantage? What is this thing? Just a shot?
Just normal attack. Yeah.
13.
So 13 also misses as you fire, and the bolts just darts past. It's for all those high skill checks earlier.
Wasted him.
Became too ghostly.
Val.
I'm gonna turn, and after pulling off as many feathers as I could, I get down on my knees, put the hand down, and grab my short sword and start trying to gut it, looking for the heart, while looking up at Mark. Just stop staring at me. I need this.
Make a nature check.
Three.
So,
I swear I know what I'm doing.
So I mean, so you're looking up at Mark and you just jab your short sword into the hen, and just like whatever internal organs it had are split in all different directions. So it's kind of hard to find the heart at this point because it's sort of just a bloody mess.
Oh, Mark, put your hand down. You don't want this.
Oh, sad Mark just holding out his hand for the chicken. Oh god. Poor buddy.
I get back up, holding the chicken, looking at Mark, looking at the chicken, looking at Mark, and that's my turn.
So the slightly less horrific creature is going to attack the High Inquisitor again. Both 10s, both miss. I don't know what's happening to me tonight.
It's all of us. You're fine.
All right, Adeptus. James. Adeptus.
Oh, he said he's gonna be AFK for a sec.
Oh, fuck me. Hayes.
Okay, so he's sort of just tired of being on the front lines for most of the battle, so he's gonna stay right where he is and take pot shots at the gargoyles. Now the one that's near Gremnik's spiritual weapon there.
Okay.
Actually, no. He's not. He's not engaged with anything, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is he still entangled when I get a sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'll fire at him anyway. That is a 24.
Misses. 24
What?
hits. 24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Don't do that to me. Okay. It's 11 damage.
Yeah. So again, you watch chunks of dust and debris just as the bolt smashes into the entangled form. And with that, is that
And
your
I'm just going
turn?
to use my bonus action to duck back behind the bushes and hide.
Okay. With that is the priest turn. He is going to the High Inquisitor. He is going to again use his maul on the first creature. 23 will hit. He's going to do 6 bludgeoning damage upon the stoned head of the creature. With it looking incredibly grim, he is going to use his second attack to do the same. But it will miss, unfortunately. So, shocks Gashstand, our empirical parliament. Anyways, so the gargoyle's turn. The later it gets in the night, the drunker I get, and the weirder the shit gets. I'm so sorry.
We're not.
It's eventually just gonna be thieves' cant.
So the Inquisitor takes another 8 slashing damage as it just continues to fight with this gargoyle. You're watching as again blood is just pouring out from different parts of his clothing. As Val is, I don't know, sacrificing a chicken or whatever she's doing. Chicken cutlets. She's trying to make dinner. Quaylen.
So he's not looking too good, eh? Look back over at Mark. Mark, get over here! What are you doing? Walk past here, tiptoeing through the rubble. Gonna pull out some of the powder and blow it in the air towards this Inquisitor and give it a little zapparoni. And I will cast Cure on him as well. But only 5 health.
Well, you tried.
I swear this makes some people feel better. I don't know.
As you watch the jolt just goes right up his spine, and just straightens out real quick, shakes it off for a second, looks at you, and just gives you just a slight nod. Gremnik, you're up, sir.
Alright. So Gremnik's pipe takes another swing at the trapped one there. It's 26 or 6 force.
All the ones. I have not seen so many ones.
Yeah. And then moves up by the Inquisitor, and he's going to feed him a little bit of healing because he ain't looking so good. So we're gonna do Cure Wounds at level 3.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another lovely one.
17 points of healing.
Yeah,
Still
and,
pretty solid.
And Gremnik, as a result of that, he regains 5 of his own hit points.
Interesting. From what? The life perk?
Yeah, beginning at 6th level, the healing spells you cast on others heal you as well. When you cast a spell of 1st level or higher that restores hit points to a creature other than you, you regain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Awesome. Clerics, man.
Oh my.
Fucking clerics.
Handy.
That's Gremnik's turn.
Ah, there, that's the work of a real god, you feel there. Stuffing your guts back in.
It's quite delightful. Thank you, sir. Kalita, you're up.
Okay. Has anyone else taken a lot of damage?
I think we're
The
doing pretty
Inquisitor?
good.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor's the only one that's taken the majority. I mean, he looked pretty rough when you got there.
Constantine got pretty messed up.
And also Constantine, poor Constantine. Rest in
Thinking
peace.
he's a heal.
Oh yeah.
Trying to
Should have
determine.
burned
I'm
that
trying
diamond to
trying to-
resurrect it.
I was trying to determine whether the Inquisitor had one or not. Val may face a separate trial after tonight.
I'm gonna attack the gargoyle that's entangled with Dark.
Sorry.
16.
Roll it again, Darwin.
Yeah, roll it again because you get advantage. Yep, but 16 still hits. $16 is better. So go ahead and roll damage. So 5 piercing damage. You chuck another dart, which just sort of like sticks into one of the cracks that was already forming. You watch as more pieces of him sort of like shuffle away. Still clawing away at those vines. Chipping away, yeah?
Chipping away.
That's my turn.
Alright, Asto.
I'll come dart back in. Cutlass. I have advantage here, right?
Yes, you do, because it is engaged, yeah. 27 hits. Go ahead and roll
That's
damage.
funny. Oh my god.
Holy macaroni.
Some fries, motherfucker.
I mean, you say that, but there's literally two ones there. But sure. But that is enough too. You watch the entire form just like evaporates as the cutlass crushes through it, and like bits of stone and dust just go flying everywhere.
Gonna stride forward, stand next to Adeptus, and fire a bolt at the remaining god. Ah, 15. Did I hit him?
Yeah, I'm sorry, 15 hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. You have advantage too, so go ahead, roll one more time. Actually.
Nah.
Is that what it was?
No, so yeah, roll damage on the 15. It was 8 piercing damage actually is what you rolled. So great. Yep. More pieces of him fly off. Again, he's taking a beating, but he's still in there.
Stay right where I am.
Val, you're up. Sorry. Chicken sacrifice made. Combat going well.
Um, do you want this or something, Mark? I needed the feathers for something, and I've been looking for this for a while, but is Mark One's hand still up?
It is.
I guess here you go. I don't know if you liked it or something, but I definitely heard it. I'm
Jason,
sorry.
Did you see my message?
No. Oh,
No.
that one? Yeah, I did.
Mr. DM.
Oh, did you send it on Discord?
I did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That would work. I thought maybe.
Yeah. Tell me. Talk to me. Narrate it, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I read the last line. Yeah. So, so as you again, you pull the short sword out. Mark One bends over. Again, the sort of metal springs and gears whirring inside as he crouches down, and gently, as gently as this sort of large metallic form can, it picks up the sort of bloody corpse and feathers and tries to sort of like position it on the top of its head, almost like a grotesque hat of some sort. As it sort of looks down at you again, this sort of like weird spark and twitch in its body. It turns abruptly and heads back towards Quaylen.
Wow.
That's
I
what
look
you
around.
wanted?
There's like
Is that that's what you
nope.
wanted, Chris?
I mean, I think there was a little bit of really good improv in there, but pretty much nailed it, you know?
And nobody saw that. Okay, that's my turn, I guess.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't even know why we're doing this anymore. Adeptus, it's your turn. I give up. I don't even want to play. I don't want to play Dungeons and Dragons anymore.
Well, let's see you dispatched to wherever you came from, you dirty saddle goose. Stone goose, rather.
Too soon.
15. To hit.
Make another one because you have advantage.
Oh, of course. Wow.
Well, a 15 hits anyways. Go ahead and roll damage. So Walding, yeah. Yep, it's just like a small piece of it just sort of like flakes off and almost catches you in the eye as it does so. Way to go. Great turn.
Strike is so limp and ineffectual.
Hayes, you're up.
I think on my spells.
Hey, look out, Adeptus! And, 18.
And 18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is an 11.
So yeah, as the bolt again just streaks through and it manages to weave its way through a lot of the vines and everything else. It just smashes into the side of the gargoyle. Again, bits of chunks of like stone flesh just go flying and cracking, and dust just fills the air. With that, the High Inquisitor will turn again, and he will take a shot himself. If I can find, there we go. Alright, first shot hits for 11, and yeah, and that'll do it. So you watch the Inquisitor just turns and vile creature. He slams his maul into its face as it again is just like barely pulling itself from the vines, and the whole head crumbles and the whole body just collapses into sort of dust and debris. And you watch as the sort of vines wither and fall back into the grass. The High Inquisitor sort of leans against his maul for a second, wipes his forehead. Well, perhaps you were right. Your assistance was probably required.
You know, we had a feeling that might be the case.
Yes, you must forgive us for escaping the custody of your guards, but I feel it was required.
Yeah, forgive us. Don't. We're here now.
I can't say I'm not surprised. I don't approve of your actions. But given the circumstances, I am grateful. Unfortunately, many of those that accompanied me were not so fortunate. I assume you are Kalita and Asto, is that correct?
At your service, apparently.
Yes, well. It would appear that something is amiss. And, I guess it is upon us to solve this mystery, yes?
Aye, aye.
Well, we kind of got dragged into this one, really.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Grumnik gives his flail a nice rattle like a wind chime.
Aye. Solvin.
Yes, Master Dwarf, I believe solving is exactly what is in order. And he sort of turns, and the entire mansion itself, again, the rain still drizzling down upon you. The sky itself gray, a bit of thunder rolling in the distance. It's this sort of ominous-looking estate. Looms ahead of you, casting shadows upon the garden itself as the evening sun begins to sort of fade behind the gray clouds. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Woo!
Woo! All right, thanks,
Whoa.
folks. Thank you, guys. Thanks, you guys, for hanging in there. Thank you for everybody that stuck around. We get a lot of new followers tonight. So, again, awesome night for us. We appreciate all you guys that are listening after the fact or listening to us on YouTube. Obviously, your support is hugely appreciated for this weird word Dungeons & Dragons art that we're doing. With that, big shout out again to our sponsor, BB War Games, who is providing a lot of the maps that we're using. Feel free to hit him up. The Casual Hobbyist. Great dude. Puts a lot of effort in. Still working on something much larger for me than what we're looking here. So it might be a minute before we get some big maps from him. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. We've got the Charisma Check tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel.
Where we will talk about this episode and some of the stuff that happened, some of the character reactions, and a couple other weird things that we're trying to sort out to entertain you. And until then, I guess see you next Tuesday.
You next Tuesday.
See you next.
No, I'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
next Tuesday.